捻一叶菩提香，阅读觉诸佛智慧海。阅读星云大师著作《星云说喻》，聆听大师如何以简短的譬喻故事，巧妙引导大众以智慧克服生活的困境，得到解脱自在。本系列故事分别中文及英文读诵，由香海文化执行长妙运法师中文诵读，人间佛教研究院副院长妙光法师以英文诵读。
The Wooden Bowl. Once upon a time, there lived an old man who was confined to bed by sickness. His youngest son, Andrew, took daily care of him. He would deliver his meals to his bedside every day. Being old and fragile, the old man's hands would always shake uncontrollably. At meal times, his bowl would often slip from his hands. Thus, breaking his bowl had become the daily ritual of mealtimes. Eventually, Andrew became most impatient and angry with his father for always breaking bowls whenever he ate. Every time he would complain to his father, "You always break your bowl. Can you please be more careful? I don't make money for you to break bowls." Feeling immensely frustrated, Andrew thought, "I can't let this keep happening. I must do something about this." Being a carpenter, Andrew was very good at woodwork. And so he came up with the idea of making a wooden bowl for his father. With this wooden bowl, it will never break, even if father drops it. No doubt, it will save me time and money, Andrew said proudly to himself. From then on, he began to serve his father's meals using only the wooden bowl. At first, everything seemed to work out so well. One day, Andrew found his son playing in the garden. His son's attention was very focused on a wooden block as he was chipping away, trying his best to carve out the wood. Curious, Andrew asked his son, "What are you doing, my son? What are you carving?" "I'm trying to make a wooden bowl," his son replied. Taken aback, Andrew asked, "A wooden bowl? Why do you need a wooden bowl?" "The bowl is for you, father. When you grow old, I will serve your meals only with this wooden bowl. And so, like Grandpa, you will not break it." Feeling much surprised and ashamed, Andrew realized that whatever he did, his son would seek to follow. He realized he was setting an example for his son. If he treated his own father as he did, then his son would certainly treat him in the same way in the future. This story highlights the following scenario. In any hospital, the children's ward is often busy with parents visiting their children. This is in contrast to the ward for the elderly, which is much quieter with very few visitors. The children of elderly people do not visit them as much or bring them food when they do visit. However, when their children do come, they would surely bring a voice recorder. Upon the last breath, their children would often demand of them their share of the inheritance due from their parents. Sadly, the voice recorder is only used as proof of such inheritance. In today's society, the following question has become a growing concern. Why have we become so cold? There is a poem that describes this distress. "I can still recall the time when I raised my son. And now my own son is raising my grandson. I can accept it if my own son lets me suffer in hunger. However, I do not wish for my grandson to treat my son that way." This poem expresses the unconditional love that parents have for their children. Parents are ready to work tirelessly for their children and are willing to take on any burden and suffering so that their children are in comfort and at ease. It is a great wish for every child to always remember that it is a blessing to have their parents around. Take the time to recall all the good times as a family we had as children. What were the lessons our parents taught us? What did we learn from them? As children, we should acknowledge that our parents did whatever they could with whatever they had. We can express our endless gratitude to our parents by talking with them, spending time with them, and letting them know that we care and love them as much as they cared and loved us. As Venerable Master Xing Yun says, anger and hatred are the roots of troubles. Gratitude and contentment are the sources of happiness.
木碗的故事。有一位老太太卧病在床，她的儿子每天都得送饭到房间里给她吃，但是老太太因为生病而手抖，饭碗呢经常不小心就从手中滑落地面而打破。儿子看了心里很不高兴，每次都向母亲抱怨：你常常把饭碗打破，我哪有那么多钱买碗给你用呢？因为这样，儿子呢就去找来一个木头做的碗，每天就以这个木头做的碗盛饭给母亲吃。这么一来，即使饭碗不小心摔到地上，也不怕打破了。有一天，老太太的孙子在院子里玩耍，只见孙子弄了一个木头在那里磕磕洼洼的。父亲看了感到好奇，就问儿子：你那个木头在那边磕什么呢？我在磕碗啊，磕一个木头做的碗。他的儿子这样回答他。父亲就问：你磕木头的碗做什么用啊？孙子说：等你老了，我拿木碗盛饭给你吃，你就不会把饭碗打破了呀。父亲给儿子这么一说，顿时惭愧的无地自容，方才警觉到，今天自己怎么对待老母亲，将来儿子就会怎么对待自己。原来儿子对自己的行为可是看得一清二楚呀。我们常常在医院里也可以看到，儿童的病房总是有好多父母进进出出照顾孩子，反观老人的病房却很少有儿女前去探望，纵使有，那也不全都是带着水果、带奶粉、带营养品去探望，有的甚至是带着录音机。当这个儿女呢拿着录音机来到父母的病榻前，就将录音机往床头一放，说：爸爸妈妈，你说吧，你的遗产将来要交给谁呢？现在的社会竟然走到这种地步，实在令人堪忧啊。佛教有首诗偈说：记得当初我养儿，我儿今又养孙儿，我儿恶我由他恶，莫叫孙儿恶我儿。这首诗偈可以说道尽了天下父母心，宁可自己受累，也要儿女温饱。但愿天下儿女都能换回对父母的孝心，明白有父母在堂，那是莫大的福气啊。
更多内容欢迎典藏星云大师全集以及系列著作。感谢您的收听，我们下次见。
卻隨我想，人生中生上，你中有我，我中